Hello family, my name is Chris, and if this is your first time here, let me officially welcome you to the Home Gamer Dad. I am a stay-at-home dad with a huge love for gaming and family. I have a wife and 3 little boys, ages 5, 3, and 1. And then of course I have all of you out there. Thank you for joining me on this video, which happens to be my biannual update video of sorts, which comes out right on the channel's anniversary. This year, we are turning 2. I like having these update videos around 2 times a year. It really kind of gives me a good guideline in order to follow for the rest of the year, kind of laying stuff out and seeing what it is that I accomplish, what I don't accomplish, the things that pop up, the fun stuff along that ways. Because let me tell you, the last 6 months have been absolutely crazy with the amount of things that happen. I can only imagine what's going to happen now going forward, now that the channel has been around for 2 years. There are things that I want to talk about and other small things that I want to bring up here and there. But I think what I want to give you guys first is what you came for. And that's kind of the schedule that I'll be following for the remainder of this year, 2024. Tentative schedule probably is going to change. Again, more like guidelines in a sense. All right, so we're going to jump right into this. I do have some bullet points written down for you that I'm going to be reading, so it'll just kind of pop up or whatever. First and foremost, the summer slowdown is what I'm going to be referring to this as. Normally, I do about 12 to 14 videos a month. Being that it is summertime, that's going to cut down to about 8 to 10, give or take. Again, I have 3 children. I'm watching those 3 while my wife works. Love her to death. She does a great job. I'm actually needing to find an outside job as well in order to help make ends meet. So that's also going to take away some time. So it's just a matter of just seeing when I'll have time to get down here to do some of these videos, to do the recordings in order to be able to get the stuff out there. I still have a schedule that I want to keep. I still have a bunch of different videos that I want to do every month. I'm kind of figuring out where that's going to fit into everything. But for right now, at least for July and the most of August, and I'll get to that in a moment, expect like a few less videos from me personally coming throughout the course of the next few months. So I mentioned near the end of August, that's because this year, my oldest and then my second oldest child, he actually is starting school this year. So I'll have 2 in school as opposed to last year when my oldest was in school and I was taking care of 2. Now 2 are in school and I'll only have 1. And my youngest is a fantastic sleeper. Oh my goodness, he'll go down for an average of like 2.5 to 4 hours nap every single day, no problems. So what I would like to do is, besides using that time home, being able to do more videos and everything before I'd have to go to work wherever it is I get a job outside of the house, I would like to actually start streaming. Anybody out there that can give me a little bit of help and a little bit of direction about where I should start in terms of like how to learn how to do streams well, you know, especially board games and things along that ways. I have OBS, so I'll use that. I don't like OBS. I hate OBS as a program, but you got to use what you got to use unless somebody else has something else they figure. But I want to learn how to do that over the summer. And then once they go back to school, once a week, having what I'm going to call a nap time stream. Yes, it's going to be kind of in the middle of the day, probably like 12:30 Eastern Standard till 2:30, depending on when he wakes up or when the kids get home from school. But at least if I can start doing it once a week and getting a little more consistent, that's something else that I can put out every week in addition to other things that I do. So that's a big that's probably my biggest project that I want to work on for the second half of the year is streaming at least once a week. Another thing that might, possibly, we don't know, is going to show up on the channel. My buddy Paul would actually kind of like to throw some videos up there. He watches what I do. He thinks he enjoys watching it and everything. And I think he could do it. I know he has the personality. You guys have seen him on the channel and everything. I know you guys would enjoy seeing him as well. I believe we're running with the title Tall Paul Plays Small all small games or something like that. He loves he loves like the mint games. I have ones like over here. So, you know, games that come in like the little mint tins or whatever, or even like very small box games. He loves those types of games. So it's like, he's a big guy and he plays these little teeny tiny games and showing you how to walkthroughs and playthroughs and things along that way. And I think that would be really awesome for him to be able to jump on in and show you guys and just like kind of show his opinion and another person on this channel, which is something I've always dreamed of, like really expanding out the HGD family and bringing in other talent and people like that in order to, show what it is that they can do. If this happens for the summer, I don't think so at this point, but you never know. Maybe he'll fill in some time slots of things that I'll be missing throughout it because, again, the summer slowdown, but we'll see what happens. Let me know, if you guys enjoyed Paul, that you've seen him before, please let him know if you think he would be good or whatever, and, just kind of go from there, see what happens. All right, upcoming things for the next few months as far as gaming stuff goes. I'm just going to start with, I'm going to say Power Rangers Tears of the Grid. I'm going to say Guardian System, the Guardian System games in general, because even though I really am going to be doing mostly Power Rangers, I want to get Mission Critical on here at some point. I need the fundage, I need the availability, I just need all kinds of different things in order to get that game on this channel. And I would love to show off more of those, break down those Joes and villains. I would love to do another session of G.I. Joe because I love the vehicle system so much, but I just don't have them physically to do it, nor right now do I know when to slot it in. However, as far as sessions go for Power Rangers, Cyclops' Scenario 13 is on my list. The Tommyverse is on my list, so it's Tommy versus Tommy and whatnot. RPM is going to be a session. Paul's going to play that with me because that's his favorite season. I want to do another 2-player with him. And then Forever Blue. They just announced Forever Blue. I believe that's coming out later this year in terms of being able to get that with the new set that's coming out. So once that comes in, I'll be doing a Forever Blue session, of course, just like I did with Forever Red. Breakdown-wise, of course, RPM is going to be part of that. I have a lot of villains I got to do, like Zeo and Dino Thunder and Time Force. So there's a lot of that going on. Once they start doing the previews from the last RenCon, I will be showing those off, but I'll also be showing off the Mission Critical stuff as well. Figure I'd throw those into the mix because they only did Ally Pack 4 for, Power Rangers. So might as well just go ahead and show off some of the new stuff from Mission Critical as well, at least in the preview-wise. Whenever I like doing my breakdowns, I like having the physical figures and things along that ways, but, see how that works and whatnot. So lots of Power Ranger, Heroes of the Grid, Guardian System games coming in the future. I'd love to hear your suggestions about what type of scenarios you would like to see me play. All right, continuing series on the channel. These are ones that I've had previous episodes that I'm going to be doing more episodes on, increasing that playlist and just showing more stuff. Transformers: The Deck Builder. We already went over that before with a poll that was on my channel. If you're a Patreon or YouTube member, you will definitely get a second vote on that. So be sure to watch out for those if you haven't already. Right now, Superion is the winner, is the claimed winner. So any other polls that I put out for stuff, just know that those happened. So Transformers: The Deck Builder will be using the combiner Superion in order to do the next one. I will be going back into G.I. Joe, the Deck Builder. Love my Renegade deck builders. Specifically Cold Snap and the Dreadnought mission. I don't know if I'm going to do the Transformer one because I'm not a fan of that per se. And I kind of want to get over to the Flag as soon as I can because, man, I just want to try it. I just haven't tried it yet. And I gotta try it. I gotta open it up. I gotta do the run and see what it is that this thing has to offer. Next is Resident Evil 1, the board game. That's been doing pretty good so far. I'm hoping that by the end of the year, I would have had enough episodes out where at least I am out of the extra content that came with it. Outside of the base game, the Into the Darkness and Bleak Outpost. I'd like to be at least close to finishing up with those because once those are done, there's only like 3 or 4 more missions before the end of the game. So ideally, I'd like to finish the game by early next year and then see about either doing Resident Evil 3 or 2 at that point. Maybe 4 will be announced by then. But, just going one step at a time. The missions are longer. The missions are harder. So see how those go on. Gloomhaven, Buttons and Bugs. Man, you guys really like that one. And I'm very happy for that. I will be continuing the Crackheart run. That is doing very well. Definitely putting out at least one of those a month, maybe 2. They're not that hard to film. They're pretty quick to play as well, which is nice to have. So expect those coming out. And of course, like I said, it's a Crackheart run, be all of his stuff. And then once I'm done with that, I'll go and do the specialty missions for all the other characters, just because. And the last continuous board game one, I should really specify these are board game things for the next section I'm going to talk about. Final Girl. Got 2 main ones to do, main feature films and the vignette from Series 2. hopefully I'll be able to get all those done before Series 3 comes out. I know that the Pledge Manager closes soon, so I got to get in there and make sure all of that is all good to go. There is another one coming out in July, near the end of July, at least, again, cross fingers, see how things work. But I only have 3 more things to do for Series 2, and then hopefully Series 3 will be here by the end of the year, give or take, and then I can jump right into that. So very, very exciting for this one. I love Final Girl, and it's just every chance I can to play it. Can't wait to give it a shot. All right, on to the video game vlog side of the channel, which has its own things and whatnot. That brings me back, my classic retro nostalgia, whatever words you want to use for it, series of games that I remember when I was younger and that you guys have been giving me a list for as well. I think I have like 8 or 9 of those that are on the list that I at least want to play, maybe one a month, give or take. I know which one I'm going to be doing for July, so that'll actually probably be the next video that comes out after this, or really close to after this. Probably after, because I want to do it for 4th of July. As far as Steam games go, I got a ton of stuff in the collection that I want to show off is there, just off the top of my head that I have. Terraforming Mars, Scythe, Root. There's a lot of board game-based, digital games that I want to play for you guys now that I have. I know Overboss is going to be one as well. And as much as I love this game, I play this game still to this day quite often. I got to get you into here, that box. That's what I got to do, conserving room and whatnot. The digital version of Overboss is coming out soon, so I'd like to grab that and show that for you guys, because as fun as this is, it's kind of a pain going back and forth and between setting it up and tearing it down and everything. So I think the digital one would be very nice. All right, vlog style series, Your Mileage May Vary, where I give a lot of personal stories about things that I have experienced through my life of gaming. It does focus a lot on video games, of course, but there are some board games thrown in there. My list of stuff that I want to cover: Metal Gear Solid, Batman Arkham Asylum, Lost Ruins of Arnak, Isle of Cats, things like that I want to cover. Especially like Metal Gear Solid, because that board game is coming out hopefully soon. Cross fingers, maybe. I don't know, cross my fingers a lot in this episode. Simon, who knows what they're going to do. Once that board game is more coming towards me sooner, then I'll probably do Your Mileage May Vary for Metal Gear Solid, just kind of build up towards it. I like theming. Theming is fun. Family meetings like this, I have a list of topics that I want to talk about, but I'm also curious about your suggestions as well. If you want to let me know what you think down in the comment section below, I am all ears. Things that you want me to talk about, things that you'd like to hear my opinions on, or things that bother you about maybe the board game industry or stuff like that, and like give me a story that you have, and then I can play off of that. I think that would be really cool if we can do that. The Why I Backed series, if I'm backing something, I will definitely talk about it to you guys. Just don't expect too much of those from here to the end of the year, because again, funds are very, very limited, and I don't know exactly what's going to be some major things that come out that I back. But I do enjoy that series, and of course we know the new stuff that comes out will be showing up on the channel at some point. Oh, right! I forgot that I put this as a bullet point. There's a new Power Rangers beat-em-up video game coming out, Rita's Rewind. Yeah, I know that the world of Let's Plays are pretty much dead. I have still my Let's Play channel. I think gets views every so often and whatnot, but it's nowhere near as good as this and whatnot. But I gotta tell you, I need to play that game, and I just feel that based off of the trailer and how it goes off and everything's along this way, I need to play this game for you guys. I need to record it. I need to commentate over it. I need to hopefully find some people to play as. Maybe it'll be a nap time stream that I can do one time or whatever if I get that all working. Either way, Rita's Rewind will have to show up on this channel at some point, just because it's a board game channel, but it has a huge Power Rangers community. I love Power Rangers. I love games. It mashes everything together. It needs to be played. And the last of my bullet points are new series and my monthly teach and plays. Weirdwood Manor I just got not too long ago. I've been playing that a lot. I definitely want to show you that, teach you how to play that game, and then do at least 3 episodes for that, showing off the different bosses that are in there. Metal Gear Solid, whenever I get that. I don't know if I'll do a teach and play for it. It depends on how it goes, but I do feel like I'm going to be doing a full series for that game too, just because I love Metal Gear Solid, and I think the way that that board game tells the story of the game is going to be very interesting. And then, of course, anything else that I happen to get from publishers going forward, I've been putting my name in a lot more hats, been reaching out to more publishers, talking to more people and everything along that way, seeing what it is that's available out there, and then hopefully trying to get myself on some really cool early preview games to show you guys. I watched my last update from 6 months ago, and man, like I talked about previews there, I had no idea what was coming ahead of me within those next 6 months. So all that was a huge surprise, including the latest one from Renegade showing off Unstoppable. That was a fantastic moment to be able to work with the company that probably like 75% of my channel is based on. That was amazing. So I like to do that again. I like to do other publishers. I'm talking to a few other ones here and there. You never know what can come up. And from what I've seen so far, it could be some really exciting things. Before heading into my outro, I do have a special thanks for my wonderful, amazing YouTube and Patreon members. Over on Patreon, Dave Scott, Chris Catalano, Matthew, thank you, sir, and everything. SKL Maxwell, who's part of the free member program, which there will be some things available to you over there on Patreon. If you're a free member, do not worry. And then Jared, my man, you went to the highest tier. That is awesome. Oh my goodness. I need to talk to you separately about just seeing what I could do in order to like see what will keep you around and things along that ways. Cause man, that was a shock that happened. And thank you so much. Really, like, you have no idea how I appreciate that, man. That is amazing. Over on YouTube members, Beowulf, Adrianor, great, and Nacho Daddy. Oh, love me a good punny name. So good. Thank you all for your support so much. I really do greatly appreciate it. Like, from the bottom of my heart, you guys have no idea how much it is that it means to me that you guys are lending me that type of support, because more support like that means that I won't need to find an outside job from the house. So I'll be able to have some more coming in and be able to help out with the financial strain that we're in right now for sure. That'll hopefully be cleared up by the end of the year. Crossing fingers, a lot of crossing fingers in this episode. And then by me being able to be here more, I'm able to do these videos more for you guys, put out more content, put out more videos, more exclusives for my Patreon and YouTube members, and just be here more for you guys. I want to be here. I want to like really have as much attention on you guys as I can. Obviously, my kids need me first, and then I am here. So thank you again so much. Oh boy. And there you go. That is what I have coming down the pipeline for the near future. As always, changes, adjustments, and whatnot are bound to happen. As I said, these are all like guidelines and like just a way of kind of focusing myself to know this is what I'm working on. This is where I should be going. This is the direction I need to go. A big thing that I know that I'm doing also is trying to expand out my social media. So I have my TikTok that I'm going. I want to try to build up more Instagram and more Facebook. A lot of that is also going to be connected to my Amazon store. So a lot of the items that I use, my lights, my camera, computers, monitors, things like that, things that I purchase off Amazon will be there for you guys to see as well if you want interested in picking those up. All my affiliate links and things along that ways are just trying to like kind of consolidate them together. But ultimately, my main goal is growth within you guys, you know, the family, you guys coming in, checking out the content, chatting with me. We are going back and forth and everything like that. And then, of course, growing the family from there. So that means that if you are checking this out right now and this interests you and you enjoy a lot of the stuff that you see, be sure you're subscribed to the Home Gamer Dad so you don't miss any future fun games and videos that I put out for you. But of course, it all isn't just about that. Everybody watching, everybody out there that is seeing this right now, sharing this video, giving it a like, giving it a comment, subscribing to Home Gamer Dad, all of that means so much to me and is a wonderful part of growing this channel to being the best that it can be. Thank you guys so much for that. I have dedicated so much of my time and energy to this, and right now I can see the payout of it so well. Like, you guys are amazing with your comments. I love meeting all the new people here. I can't wait to get myself to a convention one day so I can physically meet you all, you know, in person and whatnot. And then, of course, hopefully one day, this is something that I can really help my family with as well, being able to support them a little bit more, you know, take some burden off my wife and whatnot. That's kind of what I'm running for this. You know, it takes a few years for a business to get off the ground. I get it. It's just, you run through hard times, you do what you got to do, and that's kind of how the next few months are going to play out. Anyway, thank you guys so much again. I really cannot express my gratitude enough for each and every one of you out there. You guys are amazing. Just, the best I can do is always say, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. We are family forever, gaming together. Until next time, you guys take care, and I will see you in the next one, whatever it may be. Thank you guys again. I'll catch you later.